Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most beneficent. I, Asad Awan, is here as your Pakistan Studies teacher. Our class is ninth, our week is fifth, whereas lecture is first. As per routine, I would like to establish your connection with the previous knowledge, and our previous topic of the discussion was ideology of Pakistan and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. It, it is quite clear that Qaid-e-Azam has a very important role to articulate the Muslim demands there, and of course he not only articulate but pursue those demands, and he had to face a strong opposition from Hindus and British. And we knew that he had started his political career in 1906 because he had joined Indian National Congress at that time. So he was elected as in the Legislative Council in 1909, and he joined All India Muslim League in 1913. So at that time he became the member of both the parties, but he has certain disagreements with Gandhi, especially on the issue of self-rule. So in 1920, Qazi Muhammad Ali Jinnah resigned Congress, and because of his early efforts, because he had been trying hard for the Hindu-Muslim unity, so result of those were Lucknow Pact, when he was given the title of Hindu-Muslim Unity Ambassador of Peace. So Lucknow Pact was signed in 1916. Because of his efforts, Muslim demands were accepted by the Hindus, like separate electorate, one-third seat in central legislature, protection of minority rights. Qaid had mentioned in his addresses, in his correspondings with the government, with the Muslims of subcontinent, with the Hindus as well, that these are not only two different religions, and but they have totally different social custom and literature. So he simply mentioned that although they are living together for centuries, but Muslims and Hindus couldn't intermingle because their foundations are based on conflicting ideas and concepts. He simply mentioned that the outlook on life and of life is different for both the religions. So he mentioned that although 1000 years are being spent, still uh, there are differences which couldn't be eliminated. So he mentioned that uh, the actual difference, the real difference, the only difference between Al-Biruni's ideas and speech of Qaid-e-Azam was that Al-Biruni made calculated predictions, whereas Qazi Muhammad Ali Jinnah had history behind him to support his argument. As per the saying of Qazi Muhammad Ali Jinnah and other dignitaries, two nation theory, and so many uh, opposite ideas, opposite custom tradition uh, of both the religions are concerned. Here are mentioned some aims and objectives of the establishment of Pakistan. First, enforcement of sovereignty of Allah Almighty. Secondly, establishment of an Islamic democratic system. Third, revival of the Muslim image and identity, because British had got the government from Muslims in the subcontinent. So protection of Muslim culture and civilization, liberation from the harmful Hindu majority, because if British will go, of course Hindus are a majority and they will dominate. So we Muslims had already faced the difficult time during Congress Raj. So establishment of balanced economic system is the objective, and two nation theory was the base. Now I would like to discuss our today's topic of discussion. Today's Today we will only study a introduction of Pakistan movement, a sort of introduction of Pakistan resolution. As Pakistan resolution is a big topic, is a vast topic, so we will inshallah cover it within 2 to 3 lectures. So in first lecture we will just study about the introduction of the Pakistan movement and introduction of the Pakistan resolution, and of course student will be able to identify the reference of Pakistan resolution to Pakistan movement. Aims and objectives. As per aims and objectives are concerned of topic, that we will be able to understand those circumstances in which Pakistan resolution was moved and passed. Moreover, we will be able to study the political events that led to the emergence of Pakistan as an independent state. So, as far as introduction is concerned, that first I would like to introduce that annual session of Muslim League was held in Lahore. At that time, it was named as Minto Park, but later on it is now called Iqbal Park. So, Quaid Azam was actually chairman of that uh, that annual session. Resolution was passed on 23rd March 1940. It was moved by Bengal Chief Minister Maulvi Fazlul Haq and seconded by Chaudhry Khaliquzzama. So, uh, actually, Liaquat Ali Khan presented the annual report of Muslim League, and this resolution was moved by Maulvi Fazlul Haq, and it is seconded by Chaudhry Khaliquzzama. As per objectives of the resolution concerned, here it is mentioned that state will exercise its power and authority through the chosen representative of the people. Principle of democracy, freedom, equality, tolerance, and social justice will be pronounced by Islam shall be fully observed. Muslims shall be enabled to order their lives in the individual and collective sphere in accordance with the teaching of Islam, teaching of Quran and Sunnah. Moreover, certain provisions will be done for the minorities so that they can exercise their religion, their culture, they can develop their culture as well freely. Pakistan shall be a federation, fundamental rights will be guaranteed, judiciary will be free and independent. As per events of resolutions are concerned, in the start, British government was very reluctant to hold this meeting of Muslim League. So, as it was 27th annual meeting, so it has to be held in Manta Park, Lahore, Minto Park, in 22nd March 1940. But at that time, government of Punjab, on the advice of British rulers and the agriculture department, demanded 8,000 rupees as the rent of the park and tried to postpone the meeting of Muslim League, but their all efforts remained unsuccessful. Importance of the resolution. It is very important in the history of the Muslims in the subcontinent because its result, is in the creation of Pakistan. The acceptance of Pakistan resolution strengthened the two nation theory, which was the basis of Muslim struggle for independence. Pakistan resolution was turning point in the history of Pakistan. It was a way to Muslim leading to the destination of a complete independence. Again, a huge step for the Muslim League as well. Its passing, then very fair and attractive solution of the problem was given for the Muslims. Thirdly, it gave a sort of passion, enthusiasm to the Muslims of the subcontinent. Fourthly, uh, it become it it was a Lahore resolution, but it was named as Pakistan resolution. Fifthly, uh, we can say that the Muslims of the subcontinent had finally got their rallying call. Then, sixthly, the year of oppression from British and Hindus were to be put behind them, because so many years of oppressions were there from British and Hindus oppressed the Muslims in the past years. So it was now that Qadi Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah become undisputed leader of Pakistan movement, and Muslim League become the undisputed party of the Muslims of subcontinent. So all the Muslim together joined for for a separate homeland, for the demand of a separate homeland. Session was presided by Qadi Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and resolution was seconded by Maulana Zafar Ali Khan from Punjab, Sardar Aurangzeb from KPK and WFP, Sardar Abdullah Harun from Sindh, and Qazi Isa from Balochistan. We can see that how significant movements of resolutions are there, which are described here in pictorial form. So now I would like to recapitulate the topic and our topic of discussion: introduction of Pakistan movement and Pakistan resolution. Pakistan movement here mentioned from 1940 to 1947, that war of freedom become a failure. I'm talking about the war of 1857, and Muslims leaders were constantly thinking so how they could provide Muslims with peaceful, secured, and honored environment. So uh, because Muslims of the subcontinent were unsatisfied with their future at that time, so many dignitaries, important personalities, significant personalities like Sayyid Jamaluddin Afghani, Abdul Halim Sharar, Abdul Jabbar Hari, Abdul Star Hari brothers, Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar, Qazi Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Ilham Muhammad Iqbal, and Chaudhry Rahmat Ali proposed for partition of the subcontinent. So Pakistan was not only demanded by these leaders, but by the whole nation, because thinking of the Muslims was represented by these dignitaries, and it was not a timely anger. This demand was not a matter of time or passion. Actually, this demand of separation, demand of independent state, grew gradually, and different important events took place with reference to Pakistan movement from 1940 to 1947. Pakistan resolution, that 27th annual session of All India Muslim League was held in Lahore, Historical Park, Minto Park, Iqbal Park, 23rd March 1940. Qazi Azam was presiding. Other important personalities like Maulana Zafar Ali Khan, Chaudhry Khaliq Uzma, Qazi Muhammad Isa, Sir Abdullah Haroon, Sir Abdul Rab Nishtar, and Maulana Abdul Hamid Badwani were also present in this session. Large number of Muslims from all the subcontinent participated in this session. A resolution named Lahore Resolution was presented. I told you that uh, it was Lahore Resolution, which was later called Pakistan Resolution. I will tell you why it was called Pakistan Resolution. Actually, it was Lahore Resolution. Inshallah, in our next lecture, we will discuss it. It is a point of ponder for you people as well, for my dear student to think about it. And this resolution was actually moved by Tiger of Bengal, A.K. Fazlul Haq. It was passed, and then in this historical day, actually Muslims identify their destination of Pakistan, destination of a separate homeland. اردو میڈیم اسٹوڈنٹس کے لیے اس میں ذکر ہے کہ 1857 کی جب جنگ آزادی ناکام ہو گئی اور مسلمانوں کو مورد الزام ٹھہرایا گیا، ان پہ بڑے مصائب ہم نے پہلے ذکر کیا، ان پہ ڈائے گئے، نوکریوں سے نکال دیا گیا، ان کی جائیدادوں سے نکال دیا گیا، اور کافی ظلم و ستم ان پہ کیا گیا. تو اس حوالے سے بات ہو رہی تھی کہ جو مسلم اکابرین تھے وہ ہمیشہ اس فکر میں رہے جو برصغیر پاک و ہند کے تھے کہ مسلمانوں کو ایک محفوظ باعزت اور پرسکون جو ہے وہ مقام کیسے فراہم کیا جائے، کیسے ماحول یہ فراہم کیا جائے. جہاں تک مسلمانوں کو تحفظات کی بات ہو رہی تھی تو مسلمان جو ہیں وہ مطمئن نہیں تھے اپنے مستقبل کے حوالے سے. تو اس میں کافی شخصیات تھی جن نے برصغیر پاک و ہند کو تقسیم کرنے کی بات کی. اس میں سید جمال الدین افغانی، عبدالحلیم شرر، عبدالجبار حیری، عبدالستار حیری، مولانا محمد علی جوہر، قاضی محمد علی جناح، چودھری رحمت علی. اور پاکستان کا مطالبہ جو مسلم قوم نے بڑے غور و فکر کے بعد کیا تھا، کوئی یہ وقتی غصے یا جذبے کا نتیجہ نہیں تھا. بتدریج جو ہے یہ مطالبہ جو تھا برصغیر کی تقسیم کا یہ پروان چڑھا تھا. اور اس میں اہم واقعات تحریک پاکستان کے حوالے سے جو ہے 1940 سے 47 تک ان کو بیان کیا گیا ہے کہ قرارداد پاکستان جو ہے، پاکستان ریزولوشن جو ہے وہ پاس ہوئی 23 مارچ کو 1940 کو لاہور کے ایک تاریخی پارک اقبال پارک میں. اور اس میں بتایا گیا کہ قاضی محمد علی جناح صدارت کر رہے تھے جلسے کی، اور بیگم محمد علی جوہر، آئی چندی گڑھ، مولانا ظفر علی خان، چودھری خلیق الزماں، قاضی محمد عیسیٰ، سر عبداللہ ہارون، سر عبدالرب نشتر، مولانا عبدالحمد بدوانی جیسی عظیم شخصیات اس میں شامل تھیں. اور اس میں پورے برصغیر سے مسلمانان ہند نے اس میں شرکت کی تھی. اور اجلاس میں قرارداد لاہور کے نام سے قرارداد جو ہے وہ شیر بنگال جو ہیں اے کے فضل الحق نے پیش کی تھی. اور ان کا زبردست نہروں کے ساتھ جو ہے اس کو حاضرین نے اس کو منظور کر لیا تھا. اور اس تاریخی دن کو مسلمانوں نے ایکچولی حقیقتاً اپنی منزل کا تعین کیا تھا. تو بیٹے آج کا لیکچر جو ہے اسی کے ساتھ اوور ہوتا ہے. تو انشاءاللہ نیکسٹ لیکچر میں پھر انشاءاللہ حاضر ہوگا. سی یو بوائز. اللہ حافظ.